Today I fucked up by showering with my wife. Some quick background to set the stage. Many couples have little games/jokes they play with one another. One of the ongoing things my spouse and I do is use the word mode as a suffix to describe seeing or doing silly things. For example, when she gets home from work, she might throw her work stuff onto the floor, jump onto the bed, and sprawl her arms and legs out while exclaiming starfish mode. If I get really cold, I might tuck my knees under me, my stomach, and burrow myself my pillows yelling, ball mode. The game can get ridiculous and is admittedly silly, but we also push the bounds at times by making it kind of meta. An easy example is we might see someone in public who looks like a friend we know, let's say Bob, and whisper Bob mode and wait for the other to realize who they are talking about. A harder example might be making an insert movie/TV show mode reference. Today my wife got home from work and we were showering together. My wife had worn mascara to work and forgot to remove it before getting into the shower, so while she was shampooing her hair, the water ran down her face and created some classic distressed housewife streaks. It reminded me of the matchmaker scene from Mulan where she wipes her face and smears ink from her hand, so I smiled/laughed and said Mulan mode. My wife, who was in the midst of her shampooing, smiled and said interpreting this as a compliment. She thought I was saying that she looked like Mulan in the scene when Mulan was getting her hair and face dolled up by her friends/family prior to going to the matchmaker's house. I gulped, because now the Russian roulette chamber is loaded. Being completely unsmooth, I decided to play it off by saying nothing. I'm watching her clean her face and hoping she gets the mascara streaks off before getting out of the shower, but it is like I am watching the matchmaker scene unfold before me. She was completely oblivious. I had no desire to inform her on the off chance this might play out in my favor and not be a big letdown for her, but in the back of my mind I was terrified her quick wit would figure out my gaffe if any lines are left on her face. Unfortunately for me, when she opened the shower curtain and looked into the mirror, she paused for a moment looking at her face, then scowled as she saw the remaining streaks. She then turns to me and exclaims matchmaker, to which I stumbled a reply no, but she immediately knew what had happened and stormed off with her towel. We'll see what happens the rest of this evening, but I think this might be my best personal example of playing a stupid game and winning a stupid prize, my wife's cold shoulder. Too long didn't read, through a dumb game I play with my wife, I told her she looks like the matchmaker from Milan and now I am in the doghouse. Sounds like you two have a great relationship. Don't mess it up. Marty and Wendy bird mode. Wait no! Exclamation mark. Haha, she is great. She just told me she was joking around, so I am safe. For now. Will choose my next mode, call out very carefully. Honestly, if this is an issue and she's not just making you sweat a little for fun, you should probably talk to her about why she's upset. She just told me exactly this, ha ha ha, but I always need to compliment her more. Velp, somebody's sleeping on the couch. I don't understand why she's pissed off. If that was me I would start laughing. I'm saved. She told me she was joking around just to be funny and make me worried for a bit. Next time I will choose a more flattering mode, call out. Reminds me of Crichton from Red Dwarf. Lie mode and smug mode. Sounds like you got a keeper there, brother. Today I fucked up by applying potent steroid cream to my testicles. Well, this is an ongoing fuck up which started a couple days ago. I've had a bad outbreak of eczema. I'm used to it appearing on my hands every now and then, but for whatever reason a flare appeared on my forearm. It got bad and about a month dealing with it I'd had enough and decided to seek treatment. Turns out my forearm had gotten infected, so I was prescribed antibiotics and some potent steroid cream to mitigate the swelling. Fast forward to a couple of nights ago. I'm doing my standard cream up before bed to make sure everything's treated. My inner thighs had been itching, and if I didn't get treatment I think these were the next to flare up and get annoying, so I slap on a bit of the steroid cream to make sure nothing gets the chance to get nasty. I notice my nutsack is looking a bit dehydrated and slightly reddish, so I slap on a good bit of steroid cream on the boys too. The cream had done wonders for my arm, so what's the harm in treating the lads to some roids? I will now recite what the information leaflet states. Do not use product name to treat any of the following skin problems. It could make them worse. Itching around your back passage or private parts. Itchy skin which is not inflamed. Well, fuck me, did I have to learn that the hard way. My balls have been so unbelievably itchy since I applied that cream. I'm having trouble sleeping, squirming around in bed trying to do anything to make them comfortable. I can't sit still at work. I'm taking breaks every 30 minutes to go to the toilet and apply some moisturizer. This provides relief for 10 minutes or so, a slight burning sensation when applied. Then back to the fun. It's seriously bad and uncomfortable, and I can feel the boys attempting to withdraw and wriggle around trying to find solace. They're like rats under a heated bucket. Today was day 2 of hell and I went to work commando figuring the boys will be less likely to be irritated by my snug boxers. They just brushed up against my trousers and were like, hello. Yes, there's still problems down here. Fuck. I needed relief so badly that I got into creative thinking. I managed to source a disposable glove, tied the pinky and index fingers around my dick, applied moisturizer and kinda stuck it in place to cup my balls. This has by far been the most effective treatment and allowed me to continue my day relatively squirm-free. My colleagues have no idea I was walking about with a disposable glove secured to my dick. I also had a good chat with a customer with said glove secured to dick. I regret nothing. The relief is 100% worth it. I have no idea how long I'm going to have to endure this. I don't know if I'll be wearing a disposable glove on my dick tomorrow. I don't know how long I'll last before I get back to my doctor with this story asking for help. Always read the label, ladies and gents. Too long didn't read. Applied steroid cream to balls. Steroid cream is not supposed to be on balls. Balls now on fire. Lol, this was so fun to read. Smiley face. I hope the boys feel better after a good night's sleep. If you can do that today. Thanks. They woke me up around 1:30 AM this morning, which was really annoying, but since falling back asleep and getting up they've been behaving. I think I'm over the worst of it. I really hope I'm over the worst of it. I've been going through topical steroid withdrawal for a year now and it's absolute hell on earth. I wish steroid creams weren't the first solution for any sort of skin issue, otherwise myself and others wouldn't be in this position right now. Wow. I think I've only seen one example of topical steroid withdrawal in my entire career. For how long were you using them prior to symptoms? The only other case I knew was a 34-year-old woman who was doctor shopping high-potency steroids for a chronic pain condition for which she insisted they provided the only relief. Holy shit, I feel really bad for you. I really hope that you will recover quickly. Frown. Thanks. Day 3 has been a big improvement actually. Glad to say no glove required today. Steroid cream is fine on the testicles. It sounds like either you had an allergic reaction or you had an untreated fungal infection, e.g., jock itch. In either case, the steroid use isn't inherently wrong. In fact, in the latter case it should have helped. The warnings around genital use typically relate to female genitalia or the glands of circumcised men, in which case, steroids may still be used but a more dermatologically soft vehicle may be chosen. If you had a reaction this extreme, I would mention it to a doctor, which you say you're doing, so that's good. In German we say not macht erfinder reich, emergencies make creative, and you proved that. I hope that you just wake up today or tomorrow, and the first thing you realize is that there is no more itch. Stay strong, but don't push the doctor off too long if it doesn't get any weaker. Today I fucked up by sharing a drink with a positive COVID person. First, to clarify, in my country, quarantine for COVID is a recommendation and you can still go out to public spaces like parks without using a face mask, and the vaccine is not yet here. So today I went to the park with some of my friends and we sat in the ground, close and without face masks on. There was one of my friends that was drinking water from a bottle and I was thirsty AF, so I drank from the same bottle. I just returned to my house and as it turns out this friend didn't tell us that she was waiting for her COVID results and turned out to be positive. positive. Now I have to wait to have myself tested for COVID and be in quarantine. I live with both my parents. Don't be as stupid as I am. Too long didn't read. I shared space and a water bottle with a person that turned to have COVID, and it's probable that I have too now. They should have been quarantining and you now need to. Fuck your friend. Vertical bar fuck your friend. Might as well, you can't catch it twice. Dang man, I don't want to be the guy that says you should know better than to share drinks at a time like this, but what's done is done. All you can do now is hope for the best and take whatever precautions you can. Yikes. Hope it all works out okay, Bubba, heart. I agree with another poster though. Should def self-quarantine. Stay in your room as much as possible and wear a mask even if you're just going to the bathroom. I had to do it last year when my dealer tested positive after we'd shared a blunt. Luckily I tested negative after a week, but it pays to be safe. Didn't want my 58-year-old aunt getting the Rona. THX man, heart, yes I will do that to ensure I don't spread it to my parents. Real nice of your friend to go hang out with you guys while thinking she possibly has COVID.